which is the 9 to 10 boys medley relay.
Now each person swims one stroke. And the order is back, breast, fly, and free.
Ferguson, lane 3, Delwood, lane 4, Belfont, April, lane 5, Ferguson.
So, the boys medley relay is about to get underway.
Now here again, as it was with the other relay, you really need to have 4 strong swimmers.
See if while this is unfolding, we can throw the results. The 9 to 10 girls breaststroke, Christy Moulton, the winner from Berkeley. The boys, 13 to 14 breaststroke, Tim Ward, the winner from Ferguson. The boys, 11 to 12 breaststroke, Andrew James from Ferguson, the winner. Kim Sadler in the girls, 15 to 18 freestyle, a winner over Rob Mahan. And in the girls breaststroke, 7 to 8, Natalie Berry, a winner over Jessica Dragovich.
Tony, on these times too, these are not actual official times. These are just times that were put on the card.
Okay. Favorite is Belfont Neighbors in lane number 4. Perhaps an outside chance by Delwood in this race. I want to remind you about playback time, Saturday, August 5th, 11 o'clock. Preliminaries and finals on Saturday, August 5th, 11 a.m. Saturday, August 12th, the finals at 1 p.m. So you'll get a chance to see the preliminaries and finals on August 5th. And a week from then, on Saturday, August 12th, you'll see the finals at 1 o'clock on Scan 29A.
And that was Belfont Neighbors in lane 4, the easy winner. That's Zimmerman, Holtcreef, Panagnos, and Nichols.
Now we go to the girls' medley relay. And Berkeley is the favorite, and Berkeley appears to have a pretty good chance of winning this event. Closest to them is Belfont Neighbors, 124.68 prelim, and also Delwood, 127.17.
Lane 2, Ferguson. Lane 3, Belfont Neighbors. 4 is Berkeley. 5 is Delwood. 6 is Hazelwood.
While we wait for this to start, I'd like to take this opportunity to urge people to, if they're interested in swimming, to investigate the summer swim leagues in your community. It's good exercise and great fun.
Got a lot of interested young swimmers clustered around our monitor. Either that or the Tony Washington Fan Club. I don't know which it is.
Maybe they'll help you get the events right, I hope.
Lane 4 is going to walk with this one.
Lane 4 is Berkeley. They've been strong in the team events, in the relays.
As a coach, sometimes you have to make a choice of where you want to be stronger. And that can determine the outcome of a meet.
Well,
Even though we're giving individual results, we should point out that this is a team event, that these teams are competing against.
Yes.
Would you be better off, and I think you explained this previously, in the relay as opposed to the individual event? If you could take the relays as opposed to the individual.
It's tightened up quite a bit. Look at this.
Oh!
I mean, neck and neck. Boy, that's close.
Just
That
after
ever.
lane 4, but what a great finish by Belfont Neighbors in lane 3.
She's a good little competitor.
We don't have these swimmers in order, so we cannot necessarily identify the swimmers in all cases. But a great job by Belfont Neighbors on that relay.
That's why relays are so much fun.
Now the boys, 13 to 14 medley relay. Lane 2, Berkeley. Lane 3, Belfont Neighbors. Lane 4 is Hazelwood. Lane 5 is Delwood. Lane 6, Ferguson. See the logo of the Dolphin swim team on camera.
I've just been told that we could give a special congratulations to Spring Ennis and her parents because they all are volunteers for SCAN at 29A. So congratulations. Doesn't that look really nice and refreshing, the water and all?
Let me ask you a question as we're watching this race, B. Looking down the records from the relay events, the records are quite old by comparison with many of the individuals. Is that an indication of a little bit of a lull in talent or depth of talent?
A lot of it is depth and talent. Some of these records were set when Ferguson had depth like you wouldn't believe. We had 4, 5, 6 swimmers that were tops. Hazelwood is the same thing. And it's hard to find that depth nowadays because all the teams are stronger now. So they're all competing for each other.
For instance, in this event, the record traces back to 1980, so that's a 9-year-old record, almost a decade old.
Who had that record?
That's held by Ferguson. Weiss, Birchfield, Darnell, and Barrere.
That was the year those were my kids.
You're getting to look at some excellent camera work here tonight. Boy, it's almost like you're in the pool with the swimmers.
The camera work has always been great. I've been really impressed with it.
This is all lane 3 right now. This is a walkover for Bell Fountain Neighbors.
The way the camera people work, you would think they do this at least once a week. But I understand that this is the first time they've been up to photograph or to film the swimmers.
This is really an excellent job, no doubt about it. It's almost like you can feel the splashes coming through.
Well, we could on the opening. Excuse me, that's lane 3, Bell Fountain Neighbors. Coming up, event number 62, the girls 11 to 14 medley relay. Lane 1, Bell Fountain Neighbors. 2, Ferguson. 3, Hazelwood. 4, Berkeley. 5, Delwood. Let's see if we can get a time on this Bell Fountain Neighbors. This is one of the newer records, 2:05:32. This record.
You see a happy young man. In the boys medley, Bell Fountain Neighbors come out to take the boys medley relay.
And we're down to 2 more races after this, is that correct?
That's it. No wonder we felt like we were panting.
The voice, as you hear right now, B. Walker, Dan Reardon's alongside. I'm Tony Washington, as we are bringing you the North County Municipal Swim Meet here from beautiful January Wabash Park. Gosh, what a night. I tell you, B, this is it's perfect as far as I'm concerned. It's
has
a
been
beautiful
a beautiful
evening.
night.
Boy, oh boy.
I think we ought to thank Bob Bola, the starter, because he has really kept this meet moving.
He's did an excellent job, indeed. You know, I just like it an awful lot to come out here because you see the parents participating and the youngsters, and it's just a harmonious air out here that everybody is getting along and everybody's having a good time.
Everybody's having a good time, and this seems to be indicative of swimmers. They're really not nasty people.
Well, I can see it would be kind of difficult to get up and spike something after you won a race in a medley or relay or something.
Well, it's an individual event. If you mess up, you haven't got anybody to blame but yourself. You can't turn around and blame the guy because he didn't pass you the ball or because somebody fumbled.
You have no one to blame but yourself.
That's right.
That's for sure. We have a pretty closely contested contest here. That I can see right now. Boy, indeed. And lane number 4 is Hazelwood. And they're the favorites to take the girls' medley relay.
Throwing another meet record, Spring Ennis and the girls 13 to 14 breaststroke with a time of 33:37. That's a new record, eclipsing the old record by over a second. The old record, 34.92, set back in 1986.
Hazelwood appears to have this one well in hand right now, B. We're here at January Wabash Park. Yes, Hazelwood is well out in front, and this one's basically over. And so Green will finish it up for Hazelwood, and they have a victory in the girls medley relay, 11-14. As you see, an elated Green getting a hug from her teammates. Congratulations are indeed in order.
Watching in lane 4 in the next event is Cummings and Chapman. Be interesting to see what Schuller and Barry can do.
They are the clear favorites here. As we're just about underway, here is the boys medley relay, 15-18. Hazelwood's in 2, Ferguson's in 3, Berkeley's in 4, and number 5 is Delwood. This is the boys relay, event number 63. Good form. Collier, Sneed, Schuler, and Engelbeck starting the medley relay.
One, two.
Yes, but I kind of get the feeling now that Schuler's kind of pulling away for Berkeley. And now we see Cummings doing the swimming. He's somebody
Doing
to watch.
his thing.
Showtime, if you want to call it, in the pool.
More power to him.
I wish I had some stock in that kid's future, I tell you that.
I wonder if he does any other sport other than swimming.
I don't know. I have to check and find out. But I'm pretty sure that knowing the Berkeley football coach, Roy, and everybody concerned, they like to see him around. And if he's a good swimmer.
He's not built like a football player, Tony.
Well, sometimes you don't really have to be built like a football player to be a football player. I think what Roy looks for anyway is a lot of speed. So
He looks like he's got that.
you can get around a couple of guys, you can score a touchdown, you're better off. But football is a long way off. We've been talking swimming here tonight at January Wabash Park, North County Municipal Swim League.
The concluding meet of the year.
And you see Berkeley very elated with their victory, and they have just about, I can only think of one event that they've lost so far here when it comes to the medleys and the relays.
I can't think of very many, Tony.
I can think of the one, and that's about it, but they have really did well in the events. I guess they wanted to finish strong in the relays, and they've done that indeed. With the final event coming up, 15 to 18 girls medley relay, and we find Dellwood, Ferguson, Bellefontaine, Neighbors, and Hazelwood in the race.
Berkeley is not in this one.
Berkeley's not in this one at all, so Berkeley essentially did what they set out to do.
It's really difficult to keep the 15, 18 girls swimming because a lot of them work, and getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to swim and then go to work is pretty tough.
I don't think I could do it anymore. I don't think I ever could do it in the first place, but that's awful tough for young people. But I'll tell you something that I see here too, and that's a lot of character being built from the standpoint of getting up that early in the morning just so you can do well in an event and all. I think is a tribute to these young people, and not only that, a tribute to their parents.
I've worked with young people in many things, and I have never found a swimmer I didn't like.
You and Will Rogers, okay? He on land and you in the water.
No, they're special people.
B. Walker has been with us, and you've really helped us out a great deal. You've been a special person here tonight.
Thank you,
overall,
Daddy.
helping us out. And you're teaching where?
I teach at Our Lady of Good Counsel in St. Cyr.
And your physical education, and she happens to be an expert in swimming overall. I walk away from this event knowing a little bit more than I did at first, which I guess at first you could probably put it in a thimble overall, but it's really been fun watching these young people.
Yeah, well, this is the second time you've done it, so you're a pro.
So second time, I guess that must put me in the second grade, okay. As we're just about ready to kick off the final leg of this event, the favorite Bellefontaine Neighbors appears to be out in front. And B, you were asking about Bellefontaine Neighbors, and I don't think they'll win this event overall, but I think they fared themselves pretty well.
They have some strong swimmers in Robin, Jenny White, Julie Summers. Unfortunately, these are the older age group girls, and Jacobsmeyer, who tied with Tim, is also an older age group, and you've got to get some more kids.
Ferguson wins that event, by the way. Barrera, Kreska, Murphy, and Woods victorious there. So Bellefontaine Neighbors did not get a chance to take the final event home. By the way, I want to take time out to congratulate the coaches and everybody concerned that put together this event. I did it last year, and I was just tickled about getting a chance to come back out here and do it again.
It's fun, isn't it?
And I'm looking forward to coming back out here a third time, if that's possible.
I told Dan, I have never been in a meet that went so fast. This is 2 hours for a final. Now we have to wait and get the results, and that sometimes takes a long time.
And knowing these young people, I'm sure they say if we could do school like this, everything would be a ball.
Oh, they'd have a ball. And this is why so many of us would love to see swimming pools in the junior highs and even the grade schools, but you know how that goes with money.
Yes, I heard all it takes is money to get one of those started. But again, and I've been watching here at North County for a few years, the years that I was here overall, and the years that I had a chance to go away. But swimming and events like this, I think, are very, very big in North County. Soccer, the whole situation, and I think it's great, and I kind of encourage and look forward to seeing it whenever I can.
Well, I don't know why people don't sit up and take notice of North County. We do a lot of things in North County. Soccer is big, swimming is big. West County and South County can't hold anything over North County.
I agree with you. I agree with you from the standpoint.
I'm sorry for the soapbox, but
well, no, I agree with you. I've had a chance to do an awful lot of work in North County with American and out at Florissant Valley Community College and everything, working at the radio station there and all. And I learned an awful lot from doing it here. But I'm just saying, from a standpoint of athletics, wouldn't it be great, and you were saying it before, that more and more people could perhaps invest money to build pools to get young people started?
They're so expensive, and the liability is so.
Yes. you'd have to basically keep somebody on hand at all times
Correct.
just in order to survive a lawsuit.
Right.
And I hear lawsuits can be pretty costly. As we see some of the crowd beginning to go home and off. And Sue, you're absolutely right. It's about dusk right now, and you would think that an event like this, 64 in all, will probably take a little bit more than forever to finish. But that's not the case tonight.
Not with the starter we had tonight. He left no room for being slow.
You got to remember that and get everything for him. Dan Reardon is standing by right now, and we're going to go to him as he is somewhere milling about in the crowd. So are we ready to go to Dan?